Uh, what's up, YouTube? YouTube community, supporters, subscribers. What's up, y'all? You know who it is, and you know what it do. It's been about a couple of days since the last video, I know, and you know, knew it was about time. I got to chime back in here with another one, because I get people, all the time be asking me off of, YouTube or wherever else, hey, it's been a while, where the next video at. And I knew it was time to get back in here with a new one. But, of course, I kind of just fell back into the same thing I had been doing. And I said the video was just going to change it up a little bit. And they had. But I just had some things on the mind like that hit me. I wanted to talk about that go along with the channel here. About so many people. They be they be worried about what they don't have versus what they do have. So many people just ain't happy and thankful enough with what they do have that they got to be worried about what they don't have. It's like, oh, I don't have this, I don't have that, where I see this, I gotta have this, or I see that, I gotta have this, and it's like, no, you ain't got to have it. You know what I mean? I was thinking about it, because I ain't been working in the last 2 days, I've been off just kind of relaxing and doing my thing, and I finally just felt in the mood to where I wanted to get back in here with a video, and I was out for a little bit yesterday, getting another BMX session in, and the kicker ramp that I built, I kind of brought it up a little higher. I figured, it was too low, I wasn't getting the air that I wanted. But the thing is, it didn't have to be nothing special or nothing fancy, I used what I had. I wasn't worried about what I didn't have to make it work. Because so many people worry about, like I said, so many people worry about what they don't have. And then they wind up spending money they don't need to be spending. And then they're sitting back scratching their head wondering where all their money went. That's not all about that. Being out blowing money, trying to always go after what you don't have. Focus on what you do have and be happy, with that. Thank the Lord for what you do have. Even if you don't believe in God, still be thankful for what you do have. Not what you don't have, and just stay positive. Stay motivated. I mean, just stay in that right frame of mind of focusing on what you have and using what you have and just, making it work, making it happen. It's all about just making it work and making it happen with what you do have instead of what you don't have, And, I wanted to say too, I'm sure the weather's been a little rough over there where y'all's at, but it's been hot out lately. You can't do much or get much done, you know what I mean? But you still, you do what you can. And you make the best of it, which is another thing, we could lightly brush up on about, making the best of it. No matter what the weather is, no matter what it's like, no matter what's going on, no matter what your current situation is. Maybe, you broke up with someone. Or maybe you're with someone, but you're having a rough time, or maybe you lost your place, or you don't drive at the moment. Or, you're having trouble getting around, whatever the case might be. You still got to make the best of the situation, no matter what you have going on, which kind of goes along with what I was just saying, not focusing on what you don't have and focusing on what you do have and being happy for that, Maybe you got a job, but you don't drive, when you have trouble getting around. Well, you can focus on what you do have and be happy for having that job and being able to pay the bills and do things, whether you drive or not, or maybe you drive but you don't have a job. You just ain't finding what you want or what you want to do, you know what I mean? But it just ain't there, but still you're happy for what you have, which, you got to focus on that. Being happy with what you have. So many people are just, dissatisfied. They seem like they're always unhappy all the time, oh, I want this or oh, I want that. I could be doing this, I could be doing that. Well, get up and go do something, you know what I mean? But always focus on what you have instead of what you don't have and stay in that positive mind frame. Stay in that positive you know, stay just in that positive setting, you know, of getting back to where you need and want to be. You know somebody who needs to get back to where they need to be, I send them to the channel. You know, like I said before in my very first video and other videos I've talked about along the way, if I can help motivate one person to get back on that positive road to success and victory, I've done my job, and that's what I'm here for. I ain't worried about going big time with this channel like some people. I ain't worried about being big and successful with it or real big, fancy positive, person with it. Like some people, where they've got like hundreds of thousands of videos out there and everything else. I ain't worried about that. I mean, this channel could wind up dying out or dying down in the next day or two, you know what I mean? Or maybe it go another month and then it just peter out. There just ain't much left to it, you know what I mean? So be it. I never know what's going to happen with the channel or how things are going to go. I could, run out of video content to put up here or whatever. But in the meantime, I'm going to be happy with what I have and focus on what I have instead of what I don't have and keep it going. I'm going to focus on the videos I've already posted and the positive impact that I've already made so far on people. And the positive comments and feedback that I've gotten so far where people have been like, hey, yeah, you're doing a good job, Bones. Keep the videos coming. We like what you're doing. We like what you're talking about. Or somebody told me outside here of YouTube one time hit me up and said that, tell it like it is. Stay positive. Let them know. And that's what it is. It's all about letting people know. You know what I mean? Motivating people, I mean, it's like you see so many people out there like rich people, like maybe Donald Trump or somebody that's got the big bucks, you know what I mean? Somebody like that, no. That ain't the kind of person you want motivating people. That ain't the kind of person you'd want as a motivational speaker where somebody's got so much money they don't even know what the heck to do with it. I mean, you want somebody who's a little more down on the level where they have been there before. You know what I mean? And if you're somebody that has been there before and you know what I'm talking about and you've got yourself built up in a decent way to where you're doing good for yourself, you know what I mean? So be it. That's what it is. But you need to take someone by the hand, take someone under your wing, whatever it takes, and motivate them. That's what it's all about, and I feel we need to motivate more people here, y'all. There's too many people out there, they just kicking one another while they down, or knocking someone down. Or too many haters out there, you know what I mean? Just hating all over the place, you know what I mean? I could get haters on this channel. And if they came along, so be it. I could care less about the haters. I could care less about what anybody else says or thinks or what they doing. You know what I mean? It's just, we all got to stay positive. We all got to stay motivated. And we all got to continue to motivate one another. Of course, the motivation starts with right here. Number one, if you ain't motivated, how can you be expected to motivate someone else? You know what I'm saying? You can't. You can't be expected to motivate someone else if you ain't in that right positive mindset and mind frame of motivating yourself. Then you can't motivate someone else. You got to get motivated. Yeah, you might have days you get up in the morning, you don't feel like getting out of the bed, you don't feel like doing this or doing that, but you do it anyways because, in a way you have to. You see people all the time saying, oh, I don't want to adult today, and in a way, no, some people don't, but you have to. But you find a way to get up and get yourself motivated and get yourself going. Whether you turn on some music you like and you get motivated. You drink some coffee and you get motivated while you're listening to the music. Or maybe you're drinking a Red Bull. Or some people like drinking a Rockstar or a Monster in the morning. Or you go get your Starbucks, you know what I mean? Or your Dunkin' Donuts, and you get motivated that way. Whatever it is that gets you motivated, in the morning, so be it. Get motivated, and stay positive, y'all. Stay positive. But like I said, you can't, excuse me, y'all. You can't motivate others if you ain't first motivated yourself. And we got to help others, the way we would want ourselves to be helped, you know what I mean? Because we all need it at one point or another, no matter where we're at in life, no matter what level we're on in life, you know, whether you're rich, you're poor, you're somewhere in between, you know, or whatever, you know, it doesn't matter. We all need help at one point or another, you know what I mean? Just to get motivated and stay positive and get back in that, you know, get back in that mindset, you know. But not only that, like I said, you know, keep focusing on what you have and staying positive on that road to where you're going and where you're headed to where you want to be. Don't worry about what you don't have, you know, and don't focus on what everybody else has and be like, oh, I don't have what they have. You know, I'd like to have that. You know, look, they got a nice swimming pool in my backyard and I don't have it. So be it. Or listen to their sound system over there. It's louder than mine. I'd like to have that sound system they have. Let them have it. You have what you have, and you're doing what you're doing. So many people out there focused on what everybody else is doing, and you ain't doing your own thing and staying positive and motivated. You know, quit focusing on all that what you don't have. Block that out of your mind. Don't even worry about it. You know what I mean? You know, just like you see people out there, you know, that say, "Oh, I'm single." You know what I mean? And they be like, you know, they feeling bad. So be it. You know, there's so many people go their whole life and never get married or have kids. You know what I mean? Or just stay single their whole life, you know? I mean, you really can't trust nobody nowadays anyways. So, I mean, why be focused on that there of what you don't have if you can't trust nobody anyways? You know what I mean? Because I'll tell you flat out nowadays, I don't trust nobody. I really don't. It's very few that I have on the list that I trust. You know, with anything that I have or anything that I'm doing, you know, or whatever I got going on, you know, and it's just the way it is. I mean, it's just the way this world and this day and age has come down to. I mean, really, you can't trust nobody. I mean, it's getting there that I remember somebody talking about it where they was telling the story about how this guy was going into a building, you know, and somebody was coming out. And as they was coming out, he accidentally bumped into this person. And I guess he had his little nephew or whoever it was out there with him. And, you know, he apologized to this guy and went ahead on side into the building. And his little nephew was outside by the car or something like that, you know. And as the guy went on in, I guess a few minutes later, his nephew wound up coming in behind him and told him, said, you know, not to go outside, said that there was two people outside with some guns waiting on him. You know, all because he had accidentally bumped into someone. You know what I mean? And so I guess he was talking to this gentleman inside that ran the building. It was like, excuse me, y'all, it was like a motel or something like that. And he was talking to this guy, and the guy told him, said, no, don't go outside. It ain't worth it. Wait till here, let it die down. And I guess they wound up calling the law or something like that, and they handled the situation. But I mean, my point being is, though, it's getting to be a crazy world nowadays, and you really can't trust nobody. You know what I mean? The lightest slip up, and it's like, wow. You know, and I done been cleared out on the west coast and way back, y'all, and down south a little bit and came back up. You know, I just been a little bit of everywhere. Out by Chicago, Illinois, you know, and where's ever. You know what I mean? And I've seen quite a bit happen and go on, you know, in my lifetime that I'm like, wow. It has just amazed me, you know, but I mean, we just got to stay positive, y'all. We just got to stay motivated, you know what I mean? And we just got to keep our circle small and tight. I mean, too many people out there, you see it all the time, you know, where they fall in love with one another left and right, you know. And they're so quick and easy to trust someone, you know. They just got out of a relationship, and 2 or 3 days later, you see it all. I love this one. I'm in love with this one, you know. And then they fall out of love with that relationship and leave that person hanging. And 2 or 3 days later, they got another relationship, and they loving this one, you know what I mean? You don't even see people staying in a relationship anymore for years on end like it used to be, you know, and staying with the same person, you know, for whatever reason it happens, you know. That's why I say you can't trust nobody nowadays. I mean, the only one you can really trust is yourself. And I mean, you just got to keep it solo. You know, as they say, YOLO. You only live once. And solo. You got to keep it solo. As I heard in a song one time, I forget. who it was or what was doing it, but that says something about it's just me, myself, and I. Solo ride until I die. And I mean, that's the way it is. I'll pretty much be solo riding until I die, y'all. I don't trust nobody. You know what I mean? You just can't nowadays. Whether you work with him, you don't work with him, you know what I mean? I'm outside of work, wherever you know somebody. You can't trust nobody nowadays. You know what I mean? I'll be cool with people. I'll say hello with somebody. I'll chit chat with somebody. They want to go get a few drinks or whatever. They want to hang out. Hey, it's cool. But you can't trust nobody nowadays. And I mean, that's what it is. But I mean, you know, we just got to get in a positive mindset to get back to where we can motivate people. We can take a lot of this, hopefully, my bad, y'all. Hopefully, we can take a lot of this madness and different things that are going on and change it around. Turn things around. Turn things around for the better. Turn things around and get it back to a positive way. Get everything back into a positive direction. Is the main message I'm trying to get across here, y'all. Is to get everything back into a positive direction. Get it going the right way where it need to be. Get everything back on the right track to success and victory. You know what I mean? So many people have just lost their way. It seems like the whole world has just lost their way. Everybody has. They just lost their way, y'all. And I mean, we gotta, we as a group and as a whole gotta help the situation out to get back to where it need to be. It's just, it is what it is. I mean, I feel like, we get together, we motivate, we get things, in a positive way. I mean, it ain't really getting people back to where they can trust one another again, because I know that ain't going to happen. So many people have just been through so many things in life, it is what it is. But I mean, we just got to get back to, where we need to be. But anyway, I just wanted to chime back in here with a little video, get a little more positivity going on here, a little more success going on, get things motivated, back in the right direction, so to speak. But y'all be blessed. Y'all stay cool. Y'all have a good one. I'm out of here. Peace.